Okay, I'm going to do a quick unboxing video of the NuViz unit so you guys can see all of the crazy stuff it comes with. The box is pretty darn fancy itself, really. The first indicator that I had that this thing was going to be intense to set up was that the quick start guide is really serious. I won't go into the details because that would make too long of a video, but that's the quick start. You can imagine it ain't that quick to set up. But the gist of it is you download the app and you plug this bad boy in and you sync the two Bluetooth style. So here's the NuViz unit. Comes with a piece of tape on it to stop the camera from articulating in the box. Comes with a cover on the light sensor and on the lens. So the entire thing, well, it also has a lens cover here on the heads up. So the whole thing articulates in all four directions. I'm doing this with one hand, but the unit moves so that you can move the heads up display so that you can see it properly in the helmet. And then the camera itself moves around too so that you can aim the camera. When you first turn the camera on, there's a live view that comes up in the heads up display so you can actually see what you're shooting at. The only control on the NuViz unit is the power button. The battery goes in the back here. I'll show you. They come with a key. It's just a AA size rechargeable battery, and then you use a micro SD card, which is actually pretty hard to get out. It doesn't come with one, of course. It's pretty hard to get in and out because it's recessed, and then the charging port. And one cool thing is it does still work while charging. So you, I mean, I've gotten 8 hours just using it to listen to music. But when you start like navigating and listening to music and taking pictures and especially taking video, you can drastically reduce it. I've gotten less than 4 hours by using everything all at once. So being able to plug it in is a fantastic thing. Here's the controller. It's Bluetooth and it connects automatically. It's supposed to sit this way. It has 4 buttons. These two do different things. This is supposed to enable the Bluetooth or the answer calls, I believe. And then the camera button, and then there's a joggle up and down, or a toggle, I mean, up and down. That's usually for the volume, but also to go through the menus. The battery comes in the back, uses the same kind of key to get in. It's the battery. This is the foam, or the double stick piece for the mount on the helmet. And I'll show you the mount. It's easier than explaining. So this crazy thing comes with a lot of stuff. First, let's see this. Here's the battery for the NuViz unit. Slides in, like I said, into the back. USB charging cable comes with, pretty nice one. It's also pretty long. Okay, so here's the key for getting into the batteries. And you see it just engages there, and it's a quarter turn to pop it open. They went crazy with stainless steel and a NuViz logo, but I guess for $700 you pull out all the stops. It's actually a really heavy piece. It's really nice. I can't believe it only serves one function. They should double this thing as a bottle cap or bottle opener. And then this is just the plastic cover, which I can show you on. I already have a NuViz unit set up, but it's better, I think, to just look at still photos. Now, inside this fancy box is a bunch of different mounts. This is a handlebar mount. If you have flat-topped reservoirs, some people like to put it on the clutch side reservoir. You can stick it there, and then you stick the NuViz controller to it. Comes with this double stick foam that perfectly matches. It's rather tedious if you're a perfectionist to get it all to line up since it smushes around. You need to let it sit overnight at least, or like half the day in the sun, to truly make a bond. It is a fantastic bond otherwise. And they want you to come at it with a pair of pliers to slightly bend the tips down. And this is a seriously thick piece of steel, or actually, yeah, it's too heavy to be aluminum. Really thick piece of steel. So they're not kidding when they say pliers. This does not just bend. Okay, now you got the headset. One of my biggest complaints about the unit is this microphone. It does not sound very good once I get above 40 miles an hour in my helmet. It's fairly low quality. They updated a month or two ago the maximum volume in the speakers, so they do work pretty well. Fortunately, you can hook them to Bluetooth speakers. The NuViz unit can connect to multiple things at once, so it can connect to your phone and to the controller and to a set of Bluetooth headphones all at the same time. You can also use that for intercom. If you have a passenger, you can hook to their Bluetooth headphones. This is the base for the controller. It clicks in a quarter turn. Just believe me, because it's kind of hard to line up with one hand. But basically, you'd use this mount, and then you would have the controller base, and you would stick it on, and that way you can take the controller on and off, walk around with it, because this is how you shoot photos. There's no control to shoot photos on the NuViz itself, so if you get off the bike and you're walking around, you want to take a photo, you have to bring the controller with you. Or there's a virtual controller in the app if you want to just carry your phone around. Then there is more than one mount, and that's what makes this look so complex. It's really not. So that's one way to mount it, is with this control, or that mount, I'm sorry. And then this foam piece is for sticking the base on the bottom here. It goes on as a spare either way. And this is the handlebar mount. Maybe you can see by the picture. That's the top. So there's multiple ways to do this, and that's why it comes with hardware. There is a small bracket that's probably in here. No, maybe it's missing. I don't see it at the moment. I know it comes with, might be in here. Anyways, there's a bracket. This is double stick, and so you slide it in between your handlebar grip and the actual switch pod on the left-hand side, and then stick it to the inside of the switches. And then you have this hole here, and you use the hardware to mount a piece that sticks up with a 90-degree bend on it. And that 90-degree bend allows you to run another bolt through the bottom of the base. And that 90-degree bend telescopes up and down. Which, yeah, I don't see it in here, actually. They may have failed to pack it. It's not there, it's not there, it's not there, not there, not there. And is it in here? No, only the cable. Well, you're just going to take my word for it. This unit happens to be missing it. Oh, nope, there it is, hiding in the corner, right there. Okay, so on telescopes, this gives you the most mounting options, I think. So you can control the height, right? Remember, it's sitting on the handlebar like this. You'd be grabbing the grip here. And so you can telescope it up and down so that it matches your thumb height, and you can slide it left and right to match your thumb height, and you can change the angle so that it's happy wherever you are happy with it. And that is the mount that I use on my 2001 Yamaha FZ1. And so that is everything, except it also does come with this fancy carrying case. It comes with some stickers and the warranty in multiple languages. The instruction manual is online in a PDF. There is no actual instruction manual other than, this is, I think, warranty information? Or, oh, it's basic configuration information in a bunch of different languages, but it's really just a couple steps, like 6 or 8 steps. And then you get the quick start. And then this, it's actually a pretty nice bag. It has 2 pockets. The blue there. It's seamed in the middle, so there's a small pocket for spare battery or the controller, and then the NuViz itself slides in. And so that's everything that comes in the box. The setup, it does take time, but I believe anybody willing to invest $700 in a do-everything unit like the NuViz is probably willing to invest the time to set it up. The gist of the setup is just getting the app downloaded onto your phone and following the instructions. You really just power up. The biggest trick is getting the NuViz unit mounted, and the instructions are available on in the quick start. You basically peel half of this off and then set the unit up so that you can see through the screen. You don't want it blocking your vision, you just want it like under your right eye, essentially. And this piece does come off. It's just very difficult to get off without it being mounted. So once you stick it on, it'll slide off. That's how the NuViz unit comes on and off. This back unit, this is where that's an 1/8 inch jack. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's an 1/8 inch jack for the speakers and microphone to go into. And so the NuViz unit slides up and down on this piece, and this base stays mounted to your what do you call it? The base stays mounted to your helmet, and then the unit pops on and off. It has this little lock tab, but I found that it doesn't do much. Like, you don't have to push on it to get it to pop off. When you actually have the unit mounted to your helmet, you just pull up and it comes off. Stays on sturdy enough though. And then so this cover that I was talking about is just when the NuViz unit is gone, you still have the contacts, and so they just give you this clear cover with a little NuViz logo on it to cover that up. And that is what comes with your NuViz unit. Any questions, leave it in the comments. And check out, I already have one review up from my initial usage, and I'm going to do another detailed view because I've used so many of the features now. So look for that in coming weeks. Thanks, Internet.